Welcome back, audience. How you doing? I watched this little clips of Mark Zuckerberg on Joe Rogan talking about the problems of the algorithm and how it's so difficult is to resolve it. Um, I'm not sure if he's pretending to be dumb or he really is dumb because right off the bat. But bear with me for a second. The question is raising is how come it's so difficult to navigate the algorithm and in basically demands of the government and the people and everything is how difficult it is to create the algorithm that actually is non-biased. It's not difficult to create this algorithm at all. You just have to remove the controller and financial incentive. That's all you gotta do. Social media, any kind of media for this matter, in, let's just keep it at that, cannot be possibly owned by the corporation and have financial incentive. That is what corrupts the algorithm. Mark Zuckerberg's desire for money and his pretentiousness. I can barely pronounce the word pretentious. But anyway, um, that's not the point. What I'm trying to say is the algorithm, that's the problem, and the algorithm that is incentivized for the commercial gain, that's the problem. Um, until he, I don't think he'll ever do it, until he realizes that uh, the financial factor of Facebook is the root of all evil that Facebook is creating, and it's honestly the most horrific cancer of the world is the algorithm of Facebook, the algorithm of Instagram, which is the same. It is most evil thing that will be likened to the atomic bomb, maybe even worse than that, because atomic bomb created a lot of suffering in a localized area. This thing is destroying people all over the world. And you may say like, well, that's kind of overreacting to this. It's just Facebook, isn't it? No, I like fun. I love enjoying my time, and I have nothing against the social media, but I'm against any kind of media that is incentivized um, for financial gain. Immediately in that moment, they do not have your interest at heart, and therefore there's a conflict of interest. They do not care about desires of your soul. They care about manipulating you. Okay, that's the algorithm. And so he spent 2 hours talking with Joe Rogan and never admitting that he's the problem. Um, but there are good news. There are other social media platforms that are coming. People call them Web 3.0, where they are not owned by the corporation, and you can freely use from one person to another, and there will be no problems with that because you don't when you don't have the controller in the middle and you just let the tool be a tool, everything happens beautifully and naturally, and it doesn't uh, create this chaos in the world and the virus of the mind. It's the most elementary and most obvious fact. Okay, there is no way to fix the society um, that is based, you know. Look, I'll tell you one thing. these people, like, Joe Rogan, all these thinkers are like part of the society, and they're discussing of how would be the best way to do this, but not realizing there's certain natural laws that has been corrupted, and that you have to start at the root cause of that. And that natural law is the control of information for the financial gain. And in this is how I would describe it. Um, you can control the hardware and the tangible things, but you cannot control the information. If you control the information for the financial gains, you are controlling human perspective. Okay? Um, you can say, well, why can't just human? They're free not to use this. They are free not to use this, and a lot of people will not use this, and will use other social platforms that are Web 3.0 based and non-corporate and decentralized. And I'm going to have a lot of fun there, sharing, talking, making money, and there will be no corporation involved telling us of what's right and what's wrong, and pretending that they do care, but they have the root cause, basically an algorithm that is cancerous to your mind, to your brain. So any corporate of information or software should be obsolete, and it will be made obsolete. I'm making this video on YouTube, and it is a corporation, but I completely against any of the advertising. This is why I will never advertise, and I will never see the YouTube with advertising. These things are not applicable in my reality. And eventually I'll move to odyssey.com, and I may leave some clips here and invitation to go to the odyssey.com, and unless they demonetize the entire YouTube and remove the ads, and make the YouTube as a instrument to use in a free society, basically the way it was before, when it was made at the beginning. Okay, you have to understand that the corporate ownership of the software or the tool is the problem. There is no discussion about that. There's no like, oh, but maybe we can work this out. No, period. That's the root of all corruption in society, and cannot be permitted. This is why people like us, uh, a lot of people all over the world are working to create a new society, a holistic society. It is happening. And social media is part of it. Corporations is not part of it. Applications are part of it. Corporations are not part of it. Okay? This is the world that you can still live life, be super happy, and not be part of this clown circus where everybody pretends that they don't know what's going on, because then they would have to admit that they are the problem, and that they would have to stop doing what they're doing. And it's a matter of lack of consciousness, and this is why, like in my book, these people are non-player characters, because if they would wake up, they would realize that the very idea of Facebook being a corporation is the problem. Facebook could be, if you remove the corporation and they just leave just a normal algorithm that it just allows people to interact naturally and spontaneously, and have no controller, if you remove all the corporate interest and just leave it as a decentralized platform, the way I would compare it, like the Bitcoin and the dollar, right? Like the Bitcoin would be the best replacement for the dollar, right? So this is why I don't know that if the Facebook will ever become decentralized. I think it would more likely that it will be replaced, and people were gonna be moving towards there's one called BitCloud. Check this out. I think it has a good promise to replace Facebook as a decentralized platform. That's what everybody's gonna be migrating. The people who are still want to have their lives together and they still want to connect with other people, but in a normal, nice way, nice vibe, and not this artificial that what's going on. I'm sorry, I can't even look at Facebook or Instagram anymore. Um, these AI voices and um, this content that is just completely designed to grab your attention, but with no substance, no value. It's complete brain rotting instrument. Um, I wish I could say something different about that, but I cannot. Right now, I'm talking about this, and I do have Odyssey.com account, and uh, but I've been considering this for a long time, but I don't think that there is any other way. I will be migrating on these platforms. Um, and I may be the only thing that I would do on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube is to encourage people to leave it. Um, that would be my, and I would just basically not tell people what to do, but I would say, hey, here's my content on Odyssey.com, here's my content on BitCloud, here's my content on this. Click away, create the account over there, and see how people relate to another without the corporations. What kind of experience can you have there? Um, so this is what I want to say about these platforms, and you know, video call other people, talk to them on directly, because it's such a nonsense to, of course I have Instagram account, I post some things, but just few things, but I never have good experience out of it. I just sometimes, like, I would rather like share with one person. If I create something and I would like to share that with somebody, I would rather share it with one person directly. That would be like more depth and more meaning than just post it and then everybody's looking at it and there's no connection there, because like it's not for me, it's for like everybody can see this. So you see how um is it's because there's not that connection. The only thing that person can think of is like jealousy and shit like that. It's really fucked up, bro. um so it's not my style. I rather call somebody and talk to them directly and be real with them. I rather share with the person than with, you know the masses. Like, this video, am I not sharing with the masses? Yes, but this is not like the personal stuff. This is pretty much the insights that that I would like to share with everybody, not just specific people. But the personal things, I like to share it with on a personal basis, you know. That's just natural to me, you know. That's why it's kind of Facebook and Instagram is becoming useless to me. It never was useful, actually. The only function it did is just like a video call or a messenger, and that can be done without Facebook. You know, I like playing games and I like socializing and I like sharing things and like creating. But it must be done through the platform that is not owned by the corporation. I'm all for all the fun, but when when there is no more actual fun, you know, I'm trying to say, like, there's no more actual fun. What the fuck is going on? Even people scrolling like that, you know, they're moving around. And what the fuck they're looking for, you know? And then one person made something, and then millions copied it. And what the fuck is going on? Where is the value there? You're not connecting with anybody. You're looking at somebody, and then I don't understand. I don't understand this. It's like licking an ice cream through the glass. You can never actually get, you know, satisfy yourself. Ridiculous. And that's like, you know, he creates this like a metaverse, the whole fucking world of slaves, like, you know. And fuck that shit, man. Fuck your metaverse, bitch. What the fuck are you talking about? Who wants to be part of this? Who has a little bit of brain left? Who wants to be part of your piece of shit crap? Yeah. Reality is amazing. It's awesome. Uh, there's so much potential there, and you know, there's so much that you can create. So much is it's all great, but have that virtual reality as a part of this metaverse is ridiculous. I will never ever fucking use that piece of shit. I'll use the virtual reality, but it will not be tethered to any corporation. Um, and in fact, my life's mission is to make that fucking metaverse obsolete. When Facebook is no longer, or whatever the metaverse is there, is no longer part of our existence, that's the victory for the humanity. There might be another, you know, universe which already exists, but a virtual universe that is not owned by the corporation as well. And over there, we can have fun and socialize and do all sorts of cool stuff. But not part of your fucking mind controlling crap. I'll do my best to pull all the people that I know out of this fucking Facebook and Instagram into other platforms where there's freedom. And I'll throw as a victory a jungle feeder party. Twitter, the same. Clown show. You know, the Elon Musk playing a video game, Diablo 4, pretending that he's the best player in the world, and in the video he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing in the game. So he clearly got somebody else to play his account, so then he can show off how good of a player he is. But in reality, that's all a lie. I mean, you're a grown fucking man. What the fuck is wrong with you, man? You're still pretending. Now I'm questioning everything that you fucking quote unquote invented. Just another egomaniac. How disappointing. I don't understand. Like, everybody know what the fuck is going on. They're part of this. They are ignoring the reality of it. And why don't they admit it that a Twitter or alternative to Twitter must be decentralized and cannot be owned by the corporation? Why can't they admit that? Because they want the control. They want the notoriety. They want all this vanity crap. You know. Fuck this shit, man. I'm creating a new realm, I suppose, or the world. But all these people who are somebody in this world are actually nobody in this new world. They're actually has the lowest rank. Those most empty people. Anyway, enough of this rant. Peace. See you in the next one.